Hey there, YouTube. This is Lucifer Leg of Orton coming back at you with another Arguing with the Devil. And I have got one doozy of a story for you. So I've gotten into what could be considered one of the best Arguing with the Devils ever that I've done. My guest is none other than Lucian Greaves himself on Twitter. I managed to corner the guy and ask him a few questions. Guess what? He dodged him. He refused to give a straight answer. I've got my computer open. Now I had to concede on one question. I'm gonna be quite honest. I asked him about him and Satanic Temple wanting to end all religions, because I remembered an interview, a televised interview with him a long while back that I'd caught on YouTube, where he mentioned that one of the goals of Satanic Temple was to end all religions, including their own. Now I went back and I looked for that interview to present my case to him, and nothing. I couldn't find it. It's probably not lost on the internet. It's just buried so deep under more recent stuff that it would take me a very long time to find it. So this is going out to anybody in my viewership or whatnot. If you can find this video, it's of an interview between Lucian Greaves and somebody else, that he actually mentions that one of the goals of Satanic Temple is to actually end all religions, including their own, inevitably. Let me know. Send me a link to it. So let's jump into this. I managed to catch Lucian Greaves on one of his posts and whatnot, and I managed to send him a direct message, and he replied. He actually replied. So I'm not going to go into the post that he was originally on, but I came at him, and I came at him aggressively. Okay, I'll admit, in this one, I'm the aggressor. And I was like, I got a question for you, at Lucian Greaves. You want to destroy all religions, correct? Thus do away with religious liberties. Why then promote women to hide behind TST rhetoric to avoid fetal funerary laws in certain states? If your goal is to destroy religion, why hide behind it? Okay? And he comes back and is like, I haven't any idea where you've gotten your notions from. I am, in fact, the head of a religious organization that advocates for religious liberty. Alright, so the thing is, he already knows that somebody has got to be gunning for him. He already knows, and he already knows that somebody has that interview. He might have gone out of his way to do away with it or bury it or whatnot. No doubt he's gone out of his way to bury it, because that's no longer what TST's goals are, because they know it's an impossible goal. So they just want to play it off. But I came back at him. You've conducted interviews where you have implicitly said TST's goals has been to end all religions. And just the other week, you were quoted in an article encouraging female TST members to hide behind their religion to avoid giving aborted and miscarried fetuses funerary rites. And so you're going to see here that he's trying to dodgeball, especially that second question. He knows he can't hide from that second question, so he's going to focus on the first question. He's like, I'm not sure you actually know who you are communicating with here. I have always explicitly said that we are a religious organization and that we are defending religious liberty. Wrong. You've only recently, within the past year or two, started calling yourself a religious organization. Before that, you flat out have said that Satanic Temple was started as a political satire group deliberately to troll people. Alright? Deliberately to troll people. It only then developed from that political satire into a religious movement. I came back at him. It's like, I know exactly who I'm talking to, Greaves. So are you denying that you told your female members in certain states to ignore laws concerning fetal burial rites by claiming it would go against certain elements of your religious doctrine? Right here, this next one, and I'm going to show this right to you so you know I am not kidding. Alright, so you can see Lucian Greaves. Alright, and you can also see that this is me down here talking to him directly. Alright, and he's replying at Leg of Orden. Alright, what does that have to do with trying to destroy all religions? You may have some vague notion of whom you're writing to, but it's clear you do not have a coherent argument, whatever it is you're trying to express. Oh, sorry, guys. Here's the thing. Here is the thing. Yes, I got my magic wand out. Here is the thing. What I am trying to express is actually not really very much. I'm trying to get him to either answer explicitly or do what he is doing, and that is dodgeballing the questions and refusing to answer directly. I happen to know the answers to the questions I am asking already. Now, he's got only a couple options in his bag. Dodgeball, which is what he's playing, alright? Or come at me directly and admit to these things or deny them. Now, if he denies having said this, this goes back on what he told his own members to do. Now, as proof that he said this to his members, I have this. I made a previous video calling Satanic Temple disgusting cowards. Alright? And I saved from the Twitter comment that I was reading the article in a picture format that it was about, that stated it. And so I'm going to quickly show it to you and then reread it. Alright? So you can see this right here. This is the article right here. Satanic Temple declares its members immune from Indiana law regarding fetal remains. The temple refuses to be subject to laws that violate its religious beliefs. Okay. I got him by the short and curlies. He knows I've got him by the short and curlies. He does not want to answer these questions because it's going to make him and the temple look bad. And I've even stated that. Hang on, I'm going to go back. Nope. There. Alright. I even stated that, I apologized for him. I said, sorry for that limited word count of Twitter. Would you care to take this discussion someplace better suited? I would be happy to discuss in private chat if you'd like. I'll give you links to the vids I'm talking about. Now, obviously, I can't give vids to a vid link to a video I can't find. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Had to take care of congestion. Anyways, I can't provide a video link to a video I can't find, like I said before. So, I'm focusing, I apologize for that, and this is where I conceded to it. I said, okay, well, I can't seem to find the video interview with you that I was thinking of, so I'll drop my question about ending religions, and for the moment concede on that subject. Yes, it's only temporarily, for the moment. That way I can have time to actually look for it, and maybe at a later date address the topic again. But for now, I'm going to drop that topic and be like, alright, I have to concede to it. See, I'm not going to go out of my way and, pursue a topic that I can't reinforce. That's just stupid, alright? I brought up the topic. I didn't have the evidence at hand, on hand, whatever you want to call it, to back it up. And so therefore I am forced to concede to it and say, okay, you win on that one. I can't argue it. But I said, Lucian Greaves, I understand why you're not answering and dodging my questions. I've conceded on one, though. So why not answer the other? Are you scared it will paint you or the TST in a bad light? This isn't going away, and neither am I. And that was the last message I sent him. That was the last message I sent him. And his last one was, what does that have to do with trying to destroy all religions? You may have some vague notion of who you're writing to, but it's clear you don't have a coherent argument, whatever it is you're trying to express. What I'm trying to express is your hypocrisy. You are in charge of this religious group, this religious organization, and yet, you know, you're a hypocrite. Now, I happen to know for a fact that there is an interview out there where you have flat out stated that you wanted to destroy all religions. Now, your views could be changed. Everybody's views changes. Everybody has the right to change their views, their opinions, their notions, whatever. Everybody has that right. Everybody has that privilege. Not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. But where I start having a problem is, now I've already expressed on various reasons why I have a beef with TST. Me being a classical Levan and following Anton LaVey's teachings, okay, and being around since before Satanic Temple was around, being a Satanist since before Satanic Temple was around, publishing my own book before Satanic Temple was even formulated. You know, I published in 2011, they formulated in 2013, and by all evidence, some of my work being utilized for Satanic Temple as a base model to explode. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know, so I can't really go there. But when you start trying to use religious liberties as a shield against the laws of a land, of a country, of a state, of a county, township, whatever, that denies another person their civil rights or their burial rights, that's where I have a problem. Now, in this one, I got it back up here. It says, Salem, Mass, May 28, 2019. The Satanic Temple, an international religious organization headquartered in Salem, Massachusetts, has declared immunity for its members from the Indiana law HEA 1337, requiring the cremation or burial of fetal remains that was allowed to stand by the U.S. Supreme Court earlier today. One of the Satanic Temple's fundamental tenets is the inviolability of one's body. Members of the Satanic Temple believe that non-viable fetal tissue is part of the woman who carries it, and as such, state impositions of ceremonial requirements dictating the disposal, barring any plausible medical or sanitary concerns, is a violation of TST's free exercise, allowing Satanists to consensualize the termination of a pregnancy on their own terms, with deference to their own religious beliefs. As such, TST affirms that this rule violates the religious beliefs and asserts that their members may refuse to adhere. Okay. Alright. This is where I start having problems. You have a woman pregnant with a baby that has a face, hands, arms, legs, and is in this, let's just assume, second trimester. Alright? It won't survive outside of the womb as is. However, it is kicking, it is squirming, it is active, and it's attached by an umbilical cord. But aside from that umbilical cord, there is no further attachment to the mother. Okay? So you go and you have an abortion. Alright? And they reach in there with the tongs and they grab that kid's arm and they rip it off. And they pull it out. They go back in time and time again and tear this child to pieces, pulling it out piece by piece, crushing its skull till gray matter comes oozing out of the woman's crotch, and then pulls out a little face, or whatever's left of the head. You've just committed an abortion, alright? You have just killed a child. Alright? Now, I'm not going to go into how many different ways this violates LaVeyan law, which the Satanic Temple claims to be a descendant of Anton LaVey's Satanism, even though they do not acknowledge, promote, or do any sort of thing that is even close to Anton LaVey's Satanism. As a matter of fact, they advocate the exact opposite, trying to separate themselves from LaVey's Satanism by a wide margin. They do not promote any of his books or anything like that. They even go, and this is the last I'm going to say of it, they even go so far as having a chart comparing themselves to the Church of Satan, and when they say books about Satanism, what sort of library that they may have. Satanic Temple claims that they have a wide library canon of books that they follow, okay, while the Church of Satan only has the Satanic Bible. Well, they not only have, if anybody is beyond just simply dumb or hasn't been paying attention to certain Church of Satan, they have not only the Satanic Bible, the Satanic Rituals, the Satanic Witch, the Satan Speaks, and the Devil's Notebook, all by Anton LaVey himself. That's 5 books right there, not including Letters from the Devil, which is an accumulation of his articles. They also have the Satanic Scriptures by Peter H. Gilmore, the Satanic Warlock, which just recently came out, and I can't remember the author right off the top of my head. They also have books by Blanche Barton, LaVey's final lover before he passed away, and mother to LaVey's only son. They have all sorts of stuff. They have a library that is actually focused on Satanism, whereas the Satanic Temple has 2 books that are considered proprietary reading that is not even written by them. They're storybooks written by other people. One is Revolt of Angels by Anatole French, okay, which when you actually look into this book, alright, the 50th anniversary edition of the Satanic Bible by Michael Aquino, he actually mentions that that book was rejected by the Church of Satan in its early formative years. So, boom, right there. People keep on getting mad at me for pointing out how different Satanic Temple is from the Church of Satan, from LaVeyan Satanism. But they shouldn't be, because this is what I'm actually trying to point out, that they're not actually real Satanists, because every other satanic organization since 1966 has been based on LaVey's and can trace itself back to LaVeyan Satanism, and it even states that the first primary book that you need to read is the Satanic Bible, whereas the Satanic Temple does not do that. They are a separate organization. They say that you don't need to follow the Satanic Bible at all. They have their own tenets and their own required reading list. And thus, they are not modern Satanists as we know it. They are not true Satanists as we know it. They are a political satire group masquerading as a satanic religious organization. That being said, they are also the only religious organization currently that publicly announces that it is tax exempt. I will say, however, there are several other religious satanic organizations that also hold tax exempt status. They just don't go blabbermouthing about it and whatnot. And I actually have documentation to prove that too. So if you want to, come on at me, Lucian. I got you by the short curlies. So we have right here them trying to, because now they're a religious organization, they've only been this way for a few weeks, them clearly trying to hide behind their own religion to go against the law. Now, here's my thing. When a baby is aborted and pulled out of the mother's body, he's not part of that mom anymore. She has already, even walking into that abortion clinic to have it aborted, rejected that portion of her physical body mass and claimed, that is not part of me. I want it out. Now, any logical abortion clinic will have a crematorium on hand. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. If the abortion clinic wants to take care of the body and cremate it, I'm not going to argue. All right. But if they don't, and it's up to the mom, the family, to provide funerary rites, these women are hiding behind their religion to just say, oh, I'm immune from that law. No, you're not. That's just like trying to say you're a sovereign citizen and don't have to abide by the laws of this country. It's complete and utter garbage. And this is where I have come to my disillusionment from Satanic Temple satire and whatnot. I have other beefs with them that are less extreme, but the main two is this whole abortion issue, them trying to hide behind their religious status to avoid the law, while trying to claim that they're a religion. And then my other topic is that, you know, they're not a real Satanist. They're a political satire group using Satanism as a trope, and then they try to claim themselves as a religion when it doesn't line up with established satanic traditions. Those are my two big beefs. Those are my two absolute big beefs. So, here's the thing. Here is the thing. Lucian Greaves, when confronted directly, dodgeballed the questions. He refused to answer. He refused to answer, thinking he was, I don't know what he was thinking. He's thinking that he's better than somebody on Twitter, whatnot. He's dodging them. And the thing is, I'm not going to go away for him. I'm not going to go away. At some point in time, him and I are going to come face to face, in person. And I'm going to have him cornered against that Baphomet statue of his and be like, look, you're going to freaking answer me right now. And there's not going to be anything that anybody can do about it. Because I'm not going to go away. I am going to keep on persisting on this fucker until he answers my questions, and answers them directly. He can take responsibility for his actions, or he can go running away like a scared little coward. Now, if he's a true Satanist, if he is a legit, straight-up Satanist, he's not going to run. He's going to be like, all right, listen, this is how we are doing it. This is the answers to the questions you have asked. He's going to take responsibility for his words, his actions. Like I said, I asked a question and I had to take it back. I had to say, okay, wait, I have to concede on this because I don't have the information to back it up. I don't have the hard evidence to back it up. Yet he refused to answer a question that he knew there was recent hard evidence on, that he could not have hidden. The other one, it's been buried underneath miles of videos and documentation and whatnot. I'm still going to dig it up. It's just going to take me a while. And once I do have it, I'm going to make sure I have it saved to my hard drive. That way I don't have to go hunting for it again. But this, I've already proven, he's a liar. He is deceitful. He is dodging questions. It's a straight up question. Do you deny saying this to your people? Do you deny trying to use your religion to hide from the law, to tell people to break the law? And he refused to answer the question. When in fact he actually did. And I showed you the documentation of it. He actually did tell his people to break the law and hide behind the mask of religious liberties. So, that's what I got for you guys today. Please tell me what you think in the comments down below. This guy is a creep. He is disgusting. He is... I'm almost wanting to say he's crooked. Okay? As crooked as they come. He's trying to make a name for himself, and he is slandering our religious beliefs. He's trying to become the next Anton LaVey, is what he is. That's what he's exactly trying to do. He's trying to become the next Anton LaVey. And when you actually, you know what? Bring up a picture, and do your guys self a favor. Bring up a picture of Lucian Greaves, and put it next to a picture of Anton LaVey. Is this the kind of individual who you want running your new version of Satanism? He looks dirty. He looks disheveled. It's mind-boggling. And then when you look at Anton LaVey, he's clean. He's nice looking. You know, even look at Peter Gilmore, Michael Aquino, Carla LaVey. Look at Venus Satanas. Hell, look at me. I know sometimes I come on the stream all disheveled looking myself, but compared to any of us, this guy looks filthy. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. And, you know, one last thing. While I may say he looks filthy, I'm not calling him filthy. Please don't mistake that. He looks disheveled. Now, he's probably doing that on purpose. Whatever. It don't matter. But the point of the matter is that Lucian Greaves has dodgeballed my questions. He has refused to answer a question that will make him look bad. Please, folks, tell me what you think in the comments down below. Please be respectful, though. You know, this is going to get to be an interesting subject, and I'm not letting up on this guy. If you're liking what you're hearing, liking what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell notification while you're at it. Please be aware, I am planning on switching platforms over to a few other platforms. I know I made a video talking about going over to Dailymotion, but I'm also going to be going over to BitChute and DTube as well. We're going to be setting that up hopefully later on tonight. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this. Like and share it with everybody you have. Please, please, please share this. Until next time, I will see you guys later. This is Lucifer Legboard. I am out of here.